Welcome to the CES Exams Review Center. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to get fresh tips and updates on the Career Executive Service. Please hit that subscribe button below. Thank you. When people say you got the balls, they mean you have the courage or the audacity to do something. When you tell somebody he has the balls to take the Ces-We, iisa lang ibig sabihin nito.
What?
Nakasisigurong papasa siya sa Ces-We at hindi ipapahiya ang kanyang apelyido. Don't worry, maliit naman siguro ang angkan niya. Just joking. Balls refer to testicles. I remember watching Buddhist monks testing their balls to the extreme limits by hurting them in practice. Sa paghahanda sa Ces-We, hindi tayo dadaan sa ganyang pahirap. Mental ang exercises natin at nakasisiguro kaming magiging handa ka sa Ces-We.
Yay! Mga kaseso, welcome to our 6th episode of our Seso Tips na pinamagatang Do You Have the Balls to Take the Ces-We? In this episode, we will give you a bird's eye view of the different concepts of aptitudes and skills that are measured or observed in the Ces-We.
By the way, ang asawa ko ay matagal nagtrabaho sa gobyerno. 3 decades involvement in training and supervision of local officials, 2 decades of organizational management, at 5 years of the CES eligibility process. Nagtapos siya ng Bachelor of Laws. On the other hand, ako po ay graduate ng broadcast journalism. In 2019, we both decided to retire early from our jobs at mag-concentrate na lamang sa mga bagay na masaya kami at makakatulong sa mas nakakarami. Sa loob ng 2 taon, we did extensive research on psychometric tests in relation to the CES eligibility process. We came up with our initial output, the ebook on how to pass the CES Assessment Center. Ito po ay sinunda namin ng 2 CES online review programs, ang Ces-We Online Review Program at AC Online Review Program. To help our reviewees saved on expenses, we merged the ebook with the AC Online Review Program.
Mga kaseso, ano ang Ces-We? Balikan natin ang description nito ayon sa CESB. The CES written examination, formerly called the Management Aptitude Test Battery, is the first of the 4-stage CES eligibility examination process. It is a paper and pencil type of test that determines the applicant's general intelligence and knowledge of management concepts and principles. Currently, the Ces-We is composed of 220 test items, with 7 subtests as follows: error recognition, reading comprehension, data interpretation, logical reasoning, information, management concepts and problems, and essay. The test is administered for 2 hours and 55 minutes.
Ang Ces-We ay ang kombinasyon ng aptitude at skills test. Marami na ang pumasa dito at marami na rin ang bumagsak magmula pa ng 1989. Ano ba ang nagpapahirap sa mga test takers? Bakit sila ay sumisemplang o paulit-ulit na sinusubukang pumasa? Ang Ces-We ay first stage pa lang ng proseso at hirap na ang ating mga kapwa Pilipino. Let's take the first component, the 4 CES aptitudes. Katulad ng mga examinations na binibigay sa mga applicants in private corporations at academic institutions, ang aptitude tests ay measurements of inborn or innate abilities. What is an aptitude test? An aptitude test is an exam used to determine an individual's skill or propensity to succeed in a given activity. Aptitude tests assume that individuals have inherent strengths and weaknesses and have a natural inclination towards success or failure in specific areas based on their innate characteristics.
An aptitude test is used to determine an individual's ability, assessing how they are likely to perform in an area in which they have no prior training or knowledge. In the work world, human resources departments at some companies will use career assessment tests to learn about a potential candidate's strengths and weaknesses. On the other hand, the CESB uses the aptitude test to determine if the applicant is fit for a government executive position.
Ang aptitude tests ay iba sa intelligence test. So, what exactly makes an aptitude test different from an intelligence test? Many intelligence tests are designed to measure what is known as general intelligence or an underlying global mental capacity that affects performance in all areas. Aptitude tests, on the other hand, are designed to measure a much narrower range of abilities than IQ tests do. However, some aptitude tests might have a very narrow focus that limits what they are able to predict. Other tests that look at multiple domains are much more similar to intelligence tests.
Sa case ng Ces-We, iba po ang ginagamit. Ito ang tinatawag na multiple aptitude tests. Multiple aptitude tests are designed to measure two or more different abilities. The Ces-We tests applicants on error recognition, reading comprehension, data interpretation, and logical reasoning. Ito po ay dinagdagan pa ng ibang subtest para ma-meet ang purpose ng CESB. The subtests are general information, management concepts and problems, and essay writing. Ang layunin ng CESB ay ang makita ang management potentials at effective communication skills ng aplikante.
So, what is error recognition? Error recognition refers to the ability to recognize or detect the presence of an error. Recognition may happen as the error is being made or after it has occurred. The reading comprehension test assesses a person's ability to read and comprehend written information quickly. The test will be strictly timed, and you will have to read the passage quickly and answer the questions accurately. You will be presented with a paragraph or text on a subject you may know nothing about. Not knowing the subject is usually for the best because you should only answer the question based on the information given in the text, not your own knowledge. You will be required to read or skim the text quickly and then answer the question given.
What are data interpretation tests? Data interpretation tests are used widely across numerous job sectors and selection processes. The aim of these tests are specifically designed to assess a person's level of critical ability and interpretation regarding mathematical data. Data interpretation is the process of making sense out of a collection of data that has been processed. It may be present in various forms like bar graphs, line charts, and tabular forms and other similar forms, and hence needs an interpretation of some kind. What are logical reasoning tests? Logical reasoning tests are designed to measure your ability or aptitude to reason logically. They are nonverbal assessments which specifically test your ability to analyze through logical and abstract reasoning, extracting rules and structures to help you find the answer among a list of options.
Logical reasoning tests are designed to test your logical reasoning ability to draw conclusions under time pressure and accuracy. On the whole, logical reasoning is based on what someone can interpret within sequences and patterns. Thus, it's seen as pure reasoning ability. Logical reasoning tests can include diagrams, inductive reasoning, deductive reasoning, abstract reasoning, and critical thinking. Fundamentally, logical reasoning is testing a candidate's problem-solving ability or higher use of logic.
Mga kaseso, ganyan katindi ang aptitude tests. Idagdag pa natin ang skills test on general information, management concepts and problems, and essay writing. These are self-explanatory. I would just like to emphasize on management. This area is important kasi you will be applying for managerial positions in government. Such positions start at salary grade 25, then moves up to salary grade 30. These positions are generally appointed by the President. As such, the Ces-We has the characteristics of a management assessment test which is very different from the civil service examinations.
Mga kaseso, kulang na naman tayo sa panahon. In this episode, we have discussed the 4 aptitude subtests and the 3 skills subtests sa Ces-We. In the upcoming episodes, we will give you hacks on how to excel in the Ces-We. Maraming salamat sa inyong panahon. Yay! We hope that you got the necessary information that you will need when you take the Ces-We. Stand by for our forthcoming episodes. This video was brought to you by the CES Exams Review Center, the first and only online review center in the Philippines.